You know, warm weather gonna bring them hot demons.
They already out. Yeah, they ass cut.
Yeah,
Get sliced.
the end of is out.
Man, there was a lot of shit going on.
No, you good. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. Even as Pittsburgh, another week in and week out. Keep the spirit of power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. Lord willing to edify the lambs of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua. And preach and prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. Tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, okay? And you can't be replaced, okay? The only way you're going to be replaced is if the Lord raise up the rocks, man, right? But, you know, prophetically, that the Lord said that the house of Israel would last forever. We know this through extrapolation. We get the scripture that says what? If the
World without end.
that's one. You know, it talks about if it was able to seek out the heavens or the depths, or if the sun and moon will stop showing their light. You see? Because, you know, we're going strictly through the spirit. We didn't plan this, right? But you got people that'll say that, I forget what the word is, because, you know, Esau is the categorio, right? He likes to come up with these different categorizations of different words, exegetical studies and exegesis, and, you know, those big words that vocab uses that he learned from the theological cemeteries, man. Okay, and we call them cemeteries because they're full of dead men. Okay, so what do they teach? That we can be replaced. That the heathens, according to their lineage, will replace the actual Israelites who the promises are created for, which is completely a lie. You got precepts? I got the precept. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you think you can get, or I might get it. This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse, let me see here, and verse 35. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me forever."
See, if those ordinances were ever to fail, then he would do away with Israel. But we understand that those things are not going to fail. Esau might try to do it. Okay, he might try to make them fail. Why do you think he has these different movies? I forget what the one movie was, but it had Skynet in it, which their thing was what? To blot out the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Create their own artificial...
was that Terminator?
I think it was Terminator, yeah. Create their own artificial atmosphere, okay, and blot out the sun.
Hey, if you, I don't know if brothers watch this new series that's out. It's called Paradise, and it's on Hulu, and basically, it's an apocalyptic type of series, and basically what happened was, in that time, the Earth was hit with a nuke, and there was supposedly no survivors on the surface.
You can make it through.
So they cut out a piece of the mountain, and they built a city in there that was built for like 25,000 or something like that. Right. And basically they made it like how you said, artificial. So there's like huge panels that's up in the sky that it emulates a fake sky, and there's a huge like beam that looks like the sun, and it's called Paradise, man. But basically, it's like I said, it's apocalyptic, and on the surface, everything else was wiped away from the nuclear explosion. Right. But only 25,000 were selected by the White House, and they were opted to go into this city that was inside of a mountain.
Yeah, basically a false city, like a false paradise.
And they call it Paradise.
Yeah. Okay, but also there's more ordinance on there. Not only the sun and the moon, right? But it also said the dividing of the sea.
Yeah, I got that.
You know, and we learned about the dividing of the sea through different people. You got something? Yeah. Right? Through different people saying that there's a point in the ocean where there's a line where there's two different color of waters, or two different buoyancies of water. What is it? Fresh water and salt water.
Yeah.
that are divided.
And they never mix.
Right, they never mix. That's an ordinance that the Lord put forth. Okay, y'all brothers, go ahead and precept.
You got Jeremiah 31, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Jeremiah 31 and 37. It says, and thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundation of earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
Right. So they can't search out the entire heavens, and even if they tried. But also, furthermore, it said what? The foundations of the earth beneath. Well, a lot of the earth is buried, is underneath the ocean. You have mountain ranges, so to speak, underneath the ocean. That elevation, quote unquote, is higher than mountains that you have on the planet. Okay, all these pieces of land that we live on are in the water. Okay, at some point.
Yeah.
You see, so and we they get down to a certain point in the ocean and they bounce off of certain layers. The Lord created an ordinance where they cannot surpass that. Well, what's that? That's that He have set His boundaries, which He cannot pass. Okay, so Israel is gonna be around forever. You know, you had years ago you had So Real come up to the camp, and he tried to come up with something clever, you know, about the word Iwalam, okay, or Olam as you say it in you know, other translations, which goes into that word forever. Okay, he was speaking about a slave when he perished, being somebody's inheritance forever. First of all, he doesn't understand reincarnation. All right, but secondly, he doesn't understand that the Israelites, through reincarnation, will exist forever, and through these promises that the Lord made. What's that scripture? Exodus. I changed not. Okay, come.
This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right. I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. See, the Lord might get pissed with us. He might allow us to go into captivity because we offended Him and we broke our covenant. Right. But He had mercy, and ultimately to keep His promise, because He doesn't change. He reserved a portion of Israel. Man. You see. Go ahead, brother.
This is Numbers chapter 23 and verse 19. It says, the Most High is not a man that He should lie, neither the Son of Man that He should repent.
See, the Most High is not a man that He should lie, neither the Son of Man that He should repent. Okay? Now, you find certain scriptures where it says, oh, the Lord, He repented Himself, that He created man, and so on and so forth. No, the Lord knew what was going to happen before it happened. What it's basically letting you know is He got pissed. He was like, look, man, I'm tired of these niggas. Okay? But because He set certain parameters in place and He's not a man that He should lie, He basically put a blocker on Himself. He was like, look, I know one day I'm going to get so mad at all of creation that I'm going to fuck these niggas up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this ordinance and this promise to hold myself back, because I know how I can get. I know that I'm a man of war. And that I like wiping meat motherfuckers off the existence of the earth.
Yeah. This is one of the characteristics of the Heavenly Father and the Son that we are to have. The Heavenly Father is long suffering. He gotta suffer us. We are hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Plenty of times it was wipe all these motherfuckers. What did He say to Moses? I'll wipe all these motherfuckers out and I'll make a nation out of you.
Man.
Moses like,
wait a minute. Don't do that.
Right? Because the promises that was made with our forefather Abraham was not based upon whether we did what the Lord said or not. Right. That's a promise He made with him. What and this is why also, as a contingency plan, knowing that Israel was going to go off, He had already selected from the foundation of the earth a certain amount of spirits, Israelites, okay, that were going to receive His mercy, which are the elect. You know, so no matter what, the elect is going to be who has Israel to continue. You know, the remnant, man.
That's right, bro. Exactly. You know, and as the scriptures tell us, which you got it, it's not by election or something. Not bad. So like it. Yeah. 11. Okay. Well, you read 10. Start at 10.
Context here.
Yep.
Romans 9 and verse 10 it says, I'll start at 9. It says, Romans 9 and 9 it says, for this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
Man, see, not of works, but of him that calleth. Even if you think spiritually, Isaac is Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai created all things that exist. So he was used here in the flesh, right, to create good and evil. He did the same thing when he was in the heavens with the elect.
That's right, brother.
He created good and evil. You see? All things that exist, whether it be principalities or powers or whatever, he created them. So that includes the demons.
Yep.
You see? So likewise, again, he was used to create good or evil. And it wasn't that these people were particularly, or these spirits were particularly one way or the other. It was just that's the Lord blueprint. That was the Lord's plan. We'll make some here to fight against, some here to, well, not necessarily fight against, but some here to do this left hand bidding, and some here to keep this side going, a hero and an anti-hero. Okay? And you read it already. Not by reading about Kushai, just the point in 11.
Yep. For the Romans 9 and 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand.
According to election might stand. Okay, so the Lord selected these people. He selected the 1/3, and he selected Esau, man.
That's right.
To be the wicked.
Yeah, hey, because like you said, Yahweh Shai was Isaac in the reincarnation. He gave Esau the blessing.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because he was in his flesh at that time. And he loved Esau. Hey, who don't love
firstborn son?
Hey, look, who don't love him?
The venison, man.
Man, I was about to just say, who don't love some savory meat? Hey, you get that good cut of lamb, bro? With just a little bit.
You heard him weeping, Father, please.
Yeah, man. He was like, I got to give him something. That's my beloved, right?
Yep.
But that wasn't according to the Most High's plan.
That's right, man.
It was according to election. Okay, and Jacob just so happened to be that chosen.
Yep.
Precept.
Which he did give him a blessing.
Yeah.
Right, but it was to work in the capacity on the left hand, man, through the sword.
Yeah.
You know, it was all prophetic how it happened.
Esau, you really can't complain, man. You living out. You chose the way that you want to live out your blessing. You're doing it right now. All right. Hey, your children gonna have to be mad at you about the fact that you ain't divvy it up properly. Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That your seed is gonna be spoiled and you ain't. You ain't spoiled. Your brethren and your children and your kinsmen is all fucked up. Okay, your veterans are out here homeless and stuff, right?
Sorry.
No, you good. Your veterans are out here homeless and stuff, right? Meanwhile, you living it up. You got more than enough to share and to support your own kind, man. But you don't do that. You used to. Okay, but the love is gone, man. Hey, even back then they had enough. Back during the time of Devil Bill, when what was it? The average income was like $200 a year or some crazy shit. Yeah, it was a low ass number. This nigga I think he was a billionaire.
Oh, wow.
He was man. When the scriptures say they have more than heart can wish, it doesn't exaggerate. Okay, they have more than heart can wish. Go ahead.
I'm trying to find out what precept, because technically all the nations then had some type of rulership too.
Yeah. What does it say? They have not had part in her downfall.
I got a precept right here because we just read Jeremiah the 31st chapter,
that's it,
where it talks about the different ordinances that the Most High have established. Right now, I like to bring this up because you know, why would King David mention all these different things and then say praise the Most High because He's established these things forever, right? Because if these different ordinances, the depths of the earth, right? The height of heaven, the different stars and the moon, right?
Right.
If those things are forever, that means what? Israel is forever.
That's right.
Right? Oh.
We could jump her.
Get what's that? Is it Ecclesiastes? There's a precept where it talks about there's no end of all the people.
Oh yeah. We gotta get that scripture.
Wait, say that one more time.
There's no end of all the people.
But Psalms chapter 148 and verse bro, I start at verse 1, the point is in 6.
So you got it.
Oh, you got it? Well, you know what? Yeah, you can grab it right now.
You got it.
Come on, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. It says, there is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit.
Right, so there's no end of all the people. So all the different nations have continued until now.
Yep.
Right? You know, until we get to the book of Obadiah, when that's fulfilled, then Esau Edom, he's going to cease to exist as a nation. You know,
Right.
whether however it may happen, whether their spirits be amalgamated to the other nations or whatever the Most High do, Esau Edom ain't going to be a nation on the planet anymore.
Right. You know, he ain't gonna be under that title no more.
Yeah.
Okay. To wreak havoc. To wreak havoc on the earth. And but like the bro said, we don't know what the Lord's gonna do with him.
Yeah. You know. But right. So since there's no end of all the people, that means the Israelites are still here.
That's right.
Right? Who are they? You know? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And then you got Israelites that are scattered amongst the heathen that look like the heathen. Like I was about to all this sense.
There you go.
Right? So the same thing, vocab Malone tries to say, well, you know, run away with they destroyed,
Right.
but there's no end of all the
There's
people.
no end of all the people, man.
If they were done away with, who's ruling right now?
You know, people like to use these. I don't even know what the Esau's real good at categorizing stuff. People like to use these fallacies, these lies, to come up with their doctrine. Oh well, the Israelites, they were mingled among the other nations, so technically there's no pure blood Israelite. Shut your ass up. All right, it goes according to the Father, man. So you're just talking gibberish right now, bro. Get that bullshit out of here, okay? We're not gonna go according to science, falsely so called, man.
Right.
Okay, we're going according to what the scriptures say. All right, you can see it in the spirit of an individual, man. Yep. When somebody has a Israelite father, well, no matter what he looks like, he comes out acting like an Israelite. Right. Okay, there's this guy, which he ain't on shit. He don't got the truth. But there's this guy named Kent Hovind that his sons recently come out against the Israelites. I think his daddy is a Jake. That's just my opinion because of the way he carries himself, the way he talks. He's very proper and he's got Edomitish tendencies because he believes he is one. But the way he makes his facial expressions and he's very animated, I believe he's a Jake. And then so if his son came out looking like a slack-jawed hillbilly, and he goes and deals with an Edomite, guess what? That next generation is going to be twice as much Edomitish. Yep. But if the father's still an Israelite.
Hey, you take an apple seed and you plant it somewhere else, it's still going to be an apple tree. That's right. No matter where you put it at.
That's right.
Apple seed, apple tree.
Apple seed, apple tree.
Can't get past that.
It might grow a little different,
right?
But it's still going to be an apple tree. That seed is still going to produce apples.
That's right.
That's interesting. With the creation of the Most High, many living things, they have a seed. The male version, they have a seed, or if they're a plant, that there's seed that's planted in order to produce that thing.
Yep. Yeah.
To replicate that thing.
It's a good way to look at it too. So let's say you have male and female plants, but you also have new varieties that are created. One of the reasons Esau is able to do certain GMO stuff is because plants are splicing, but also plants are susceptible to receiving different types of pollination. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you have a certain variety of apple and you have another variety of apple, if you take the pollen, there you go. If you take the pollen and you take the stamen or the flower of you can blend them together. And so it's similar when you think about Israelites. We're going to the analogy if it's a seed planted here. But what's really going on? You take that male pollen, which is the seed, so to speak, the sperm, okay, of the whole germinate or the pollination process, right? You take that, which creates the seed. It's like the copulation for the plant. You take that pollen, you take that female flower, you mix them together. Let's get it. Yeah, well, somebody. Okay. But if you take that pollination and that flower, you mix them together, they're going to create a new phenotype.
Yep.
Okay. That
apple.
Is
the outward appearance for brothers who don't know what.
It affects the flavor. Yep. It affects the outward appearance. It affects these different things. The size, the texture, right? Yep. Sometimes the growing period. All these things are affected when you mix these two things together. But it's still the father. It's still an apple. Okay, that doesn't change just because you blended this and blended that. Okay, so it's the same with an Israelite. Okay, that male, as we understand, you got numbers. Yep. What you read?
This is Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls."
See, they declared their pedigree by the house of their fathers. Yep. Why would they see fit to do that? Because that's according to the scriptures. That's how the Lord never formed a nation out of a woman. Nope. Okay, you might read certain scriptures and you see, oh, the seed of it. That's talking about the seed of Israel. That's a spiritual thing. Yeah. Right? But actually, when you look at when people are named after, they're named after, like Kenaz. You get a Kenazite. Kenaz was a male. Esau, Edomites. He was a male. You see what I mean? So the Danites. You get it. You get it. It was the 12 sons. Yep. We came up with the 12 tribes. Right. And what you be known after. You were Jacob. This, you that.
Well, even looking at that, their mothers were not of the same. Yeah. They weren't.
Nigga, what the Rachelites at?
Right.
What the Ruthites.
The Ruthites.
Right.
Ruthites, yeah.
But through those women, they produced the sons of Israel.
There you go.
So,
so not to downplay their role, right? But
yeah, still an important role, like Ruth. Because wouldn't Ruth technically be when she was a Moabite. When she be Yahushai's grandmother?
She was directly in his lineage.
Yeah, so that would be like his grandmother or great grandmother or something like that.
Yeah,
she
was somewhere in his line. Yeah, read Matthew 1.
That was David's grandmother.
I believe it was.
You go to Matthew 1. She's named in his lineage.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's very few women that are named in that lineage.
Yeah.
Why? Because the father dictates the seed and dictates the nation and dictates the pedigree. They are always talking about houses of David. Where was the house of Bathsheba? Wasn't no house of Bathsheba. Okay, the houses went back to the men. So hopefully we made our point. But these are things that Christians can't accept or receive. Yeah. So they've been mingled with the nations, and shut your ass up.
See, look, that's milk that they drown in, man.
Matter of fact,
they can't get past that.
Matter of fact, the scripture tells you what's affected by the mingling. Can we get that cake back?
And also, if you think about it, so another main reason why a lot of those Christians, the reason why they can't grasp onto that fact, because they've been sealed with that high iron of that Queen of Heaven worship. With the matriarch stuff. Yeah. They believe the woman is this and the woman is powerful, and how Catholic Church they talk about Mary and all. Yeah, so the
Black Madonna.
Yep.
I mean, and ultimately too, it just goes into when people, a lot of people. Which ultimately is the Lord that did this to these people. Sealed them with a hot iron.
That's right.
Didn't open their understanding. As we understand, the Most High has the key to your understanding.
That's right.
A door that He opens that no man can close. A door that He closed that no man can open. Okay, so that's ultimately what it's going down to.
Yep.
But if you want to put it in a layman's term or something that a human being can process outside of that, let's put it on. Let's speaking to you in an earthly matter versus the spiritual, because most people can't accept spiritual, right?
Yep.
If you're speaking from an earthly aspect. A lot of people can't handle when what they believe is challenged by new information. Yep. So what they do is they try to twist and color what they believe based off of how they feel. You can't approach the scriptures like that. Right. Even in this truth, we can't approach the scriptures like that. If we read the scriptures and we're cut by it, you got to accept it. Grow the fuck up, man. Grow the fuck up, okay? There's things in the Bible that are there that you can't do. The Christians do that. Well, nigga, it's still there. It's still there. Go ahead,
right. There's certain things when you first come into the truth that you hear it, you be like, wow, really?
Right.
And then you pray to the Most High to have you see it, man.
Right, right.
You know, sometimes you might have to fast on certain things, and then the Lord will open it up to you. Oh, snap. Yeah, that is right.
We have to get over ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
You know, there are things that you believe, and when you hear contrary wise, the scriptures cut you. What was said, we read it last week, a sword shall pierce thy own soul also. We read that scripture about many hearts being revealed. Hearts of many being revealed. You gotta understand, this is a two-edged sword.
Yeah.
Why do you say that? Because not only do we use it to cut people, but you get cut too. We get cut too, man. All right? And when we are cut, what do? We have to repent. Okay? We have to let the wound heal. Okay? Accept what the scriptures say and keep it moving, man.
Yeah, hey, because if I may add too, brother, because the scripture say, Yahweh Shah said, and blessed is he that is not offended of
Not
me.
offended to me.
So when we taking this, we got to remember in Hebrews 10:7, it says, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. So all these different precepts and all these different things that we're learning that's teaching us, hey, we got to remember, we can't get offended of these things because the Lord is reproving us and refining us and changing us into a new creature, man. But right now, we're in these sinful flesh, so it's that constant battle within yourself. You know?
Yeah, as the elders and the apostles went into dealing with Genesis and this whole romaine lettuce on the Pesach shit, okay? You have to be able to accept the bitter.
Right.
Okay? The said that the word was made flesh. So,
You know what I found interesting too? Because and this is when because we saw an example too, like right before the Passover. You know, with this whole AI thing that's coming out. Remember now, this devil AI is connected to the internet.
yeah,
But this devil does have measures for it to give you misinformation.
Yeah.
You know, it gave me some misinformation the other day. You know, now when I looked up, because they were saying we're gonna use romaine lettuce. I'm like, where the hell they say that?
Khazars use romaine.
Right.
Yep.
That's not even bitter, man.
It's not.
That's not bitter. That's not gonna give you that that's not gonna give you that experience of affliction, man.
Yeah, it's not the same as the horseradish. You know, if you want the true bitterness, you're gonna have to eat something that's bitter than that, bro. I mean, there are things. You're gonna take you some Tomcat Ali, nigga. You're gonna really feel it. There are things,
you gonna throw up.
and it goes to your level. Yeah, you're gonna do it. All facts. Hey, the horseradish, I would rather take that than the damn Tomcat Ali.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't. That shit too much for me, bro. I mean, we mixed that shit into some juice and tried to drink it. I was done. Yeah, fuck the whole juice up. I was like, nah, nigga. I take that shit as a pill. But anyway, nevertheless, romaine, it's got some bitterness, a little to it, but ain't enough. You know, that's the lightweight shit. Ultimately, that was a beautiful analogy, like the Elder Yashawamba said, that the Apostle Tahar came up with. Okay, you ain't accepted the full role of the scriptures. There's bitterness in the scriptures that you have to swallow.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, and if you don't swallow that bitterness, what are you doing? You're rejecting a portion of Yahweh Shah's body. That's what the Pesach goes into. Okay, you know, the Elder Apostle broke it down beautifully, you know, through the Spirit. Okay. And if you go, it's simple if you understand it. You gotta remember when he said to them people that you're gonna have to eat my flesh, and many were offended and left.
Yeah.
If they understood the Bible, it shouldn't have been no offense.
Yeah.
Because he's the word made flesh.
Yeah.
All he was saying was digest the scriptures.
Yeah.
That's all he said. Eat the whole roll. That's all he was saying to you. So when he says take and eat and take and drink, and he's all talking about the scriptures being broken down to you, man. Okay? Because after he left, what? He sent the Holy Spirit, the Comforter, to fully expound things, man. That's all he was saying. Eat the roll.
I mentioned earlier, Hebrews 10:7. Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me.
Right.
So like you said, if they understood that, they would have known, okay, this is what he's talking about.
Right.
You know, that was just the physical aspect of the analogy.
I got a precept backing up what you was just saying, right? He said, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me.
Right.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 10. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. That's bitterness.
That's right.
You know? So, hey, there's sweet things in the scriptures, but there's a lot of bitter, man.
Right.
It's a lot of bitter. You gotta go through the bitter to get to the sweet, man.
Yeah.
You talk about the kingdom and immortality and new bodies and having Esau and our boot and all these different things, right? I'm talking about I'm gonna have this palace built with this stone and this and that. I'm gonna whip Esau every day when I feel like it, right? those are all the sweet things.
Those are good things. Yeah.
Those are the good things. But guess what? There's a straight gate that you have to go through.
Which Salaki. Those are all the things in the scriptures are good. Okay? Because they're the reckonings of the Most High. But those are the things that are pleasing unto the mind and the flesh.
Yeah.
But there are things in there, and you know, this is just speaking of the brothers of Great Millstone, we have to be mindful that there are also things in there, just be prepared. There are things in there that are going to alter your perception of how you feel in the flesh. You might read certain scriptures, and there's a balancing thing that comes out, and it's gonna fuck your whole mind up. You're gonna be like, damn, I was thinking this way the whole time, but really this is the standard of the Lord. And I gotta conform to that. The Lord ain't just cool with certain things. You think the Lord is cool with unbalancedness? Nope. No, it says that a false balance is an abomination too. So you gotta try to the best of your ability to abstain from certain things, bro. You know, what's the other scripture? We read it, I think, last week. The thing that be good for thy soul, and give not that unto it.
Yep.
What's the other one? Refrain from thy lusts. That's the other one, right? So there might be certain things you might think is lawful, You might come to find out later, wait a minute, the Lord got a standard for these things. I can't just run willy-nilly doing this and that.
Yeah, all things are lawful, not expedient.
Yeah.
Right, because hey, you come down to in order to really be you know, in the script, hey, you gotta be a Stoic, man.
Yeah.
Stoics are balanced.
Right.
You know, Stoics they indulge in pleasure, but they don't overly do it, man.
Right.
You know?
It's very seldom that they do it.
Right.
Yeah, the ultimate Stoic is Yahushua.
Yeah, kind.
Alright, which you know, there wasn't much pleasure he indulged in.
No. Very few.
He said, my meat is to do my Father's will.
Not only that, he went out in bitterness.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was offered something that would have took off the edge.
Yeah, the
Vinegar, yeah, mixed with something was in there, some myrrh or something was in there that could. Yeah.
It was basically like numbing.
It would have numbed him before he perished. He didn't want you to take it.
Nope.
He didn't take it, man. He was like, nah, I'm gonna feel this. But ultimately he put his own life down. Right? So he took the full brunt of that bitterness, man. How much more us?
Hey, that's Salaki. That reminded me of the Passat. You know, we take the horse we like, you just gotta take it, man.
The horse riders have you crying.
Man.
I do agree with the apostle though. It wasn't strong this year.
Nah, it wasn't.
Hey, I said it wasn't as strong as the years before. It was
last year before. Was getting fucked up, dog.
Like you still forget the sting.
We got a little sting here and there, but I was trying to get a chunky piece and it wasn't doing nothing.
Hey, we was grabbing handfuls.
I was like, this ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know, but ultimately what? The Lord said he would turn again to captivity. We're reminding the captivity. When it says turn again, it means that he would turn away our captivity, right? So, hey, symbolically, we're about to get up out of here. You know, so maybe the Lord's taking the little edge off a little bit. Meanwhile, you got niggas trying to eat romaine and shit. You might as well dip that shit in some ranch, nigga. You 2 steps. Yes. What a vinaigrette at, nigga. You 2 steps away. All you need is some salt and some lemon, nigga. You got a salad.
And you know, hey, you might, you know, they might think that it's a small thing that we're even talking about that, but everything is happening through the Spirit, man.
That's right, bro.
That's not a small thing. Of course, we continue in the things that we were taught by our elders,
right.
But you know, all these things that are symbolic, even in the scriptures, when the Most High would have the prophets do things that are like, that's crazy, and that don't seem like it's lawful, but he would still have them to do it, right? Those are all symbolic for different things, man.
That's true.
You know, so hey, this is not, it's not a small thing. So if that's their mindset, oh, they can't eat something that will make them a little
that's too
uncomfortable,
much,
right? That sounds like
what
some,
do you say?
That
That's
sounds like some
disgusting.
black woman shit, man.
I don't want to eat my peas because those are disgusting. All right, whatever you say, bro.
Right. Well,
the Lord's going to look at your sacrifice. And ultimately, is your sacrifice enough? Ultimately, it ain't got nothing to do with how we feel about you. True. It's the Lord and your relationship with the Lord. The Lord's going to look at you and say, did you try enough? And you got to remember, see, a lot of people are not worried enough. Their fear towards the Most High is taught by the precepts of men. Okay, a lot of people. You know, ultimately it goes into the Christians, right? It's not supposed to apply to Israelites. But the way some of these Israelite groups act, you would think that it applied to them too. You see? Because your conscience got to be good towards the Most High. And you got to remember what the scriptures say about depart from me, I knew you not. There's going to be people that know the Lord's name that's going to be saying, I did this and I did that. And you should be looking at yourself of, am I doing enough? Okay? You can't just, every time you might do stuff, but you can't look at that and say, that's enough. You got to, even if I do some of the things on that list where he says, you visited me when I was sick. You know.
Oh yeah. You gave me money, or you gave me food when I was hungry.
Right.
You visited me when I was in jail.
Right.
Or
That's it.
You
know, all these different things. You might let. And now I don't suggest you let no random stranger in your crib. Right. But you know, if a brother's in need, you let them in your crib. You know, different things like that. You can't just look at those things like, yeah, I've done enough. No, nigga, you better hope that you know what I'm saying, that your sacrifice is accepted. That the Lord looks at that as worthy and keep on going. So you just got to keep on going, man. Okay, and then, hey, what was the attitude of them who were accepted? When did I do that to you, Lord? I don't remember doing that to you.
Because just like you counting favors.
Yeah.
You counting favors. Oh, I did this, I did that. You counting favors.
You sound like the Pharisees.
You should want to do that, you know. Yeah. Oh, that's
what did the Pharisees say? They was like, shit, nigga, I tithe 3 times in a week, nigga. No, what do you say? I fast 3 times in a week, nigga. I get more than my 10%. You talking about, look at this nigga over here. He a tax man. Nigga out here raping and robbing the poor of the land. But I'm giving mines. But who was justified? It wasn't that nigga who was boasting. It was a nigga who needed forgiveness, man.
Yeah.
It was the one who was in humility, who might have let some people make it on their taxes, but didn't use that as an opportunity to try to, what you gonna try to, I can't even think of it, what you gonna blackmail the Lord?
Yeah, blackmail.
You gonna try to, I know there's a better word for it.
What, blackmail?
No, that's another word. You gonna extort the Lord or something?
Extort, yeah.
See, I let that widow make it, Lord. Shit, nigga, I can't get into heaven. Shit.
I can't get a crown?
Yeah, nigga, what?
You gonna give me a crown?
Nigga, I know I'm a tax collector, but man, look, I let 32 widows go last week. You're gonna be like, get your bitch ass up out of here, nigga.
Hey, because when you think about it, that brother that was in Philly, that vision that the Lord gave him, he said that sanctuary, those was a whole bunch of different camps of men who knew that they were Israelites that was getting slaughtered by the death angel, man. So that's what I thought of when you said that precept, when the Lord said that a lot of Jacobs would be saying, Lord, Lord, you know, have I not did this and did that in your name? He's gonna say, depart from me, you work in iniquity. I knew you not.
Right.
Because that's sincere.
What does that make you? What does that? What can you conclude from that? If they think that the Lord is doing them this whole time, they've been calling upon the name of the Lord, they've been casting out demons in His name, right? Right. That would have to be hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
Because here it is, you're doing these different things, but really on the inside, you ain't right, man. And you have to be an Israelite off camera, man. You know, you gotta be an Israelite. You gotta be in the mindset or in the spirit at all times, man. Because the Lord can see you when nobody else sees you.
Oh, he that is a Jew is one inwardly. Yep. Right. Okay, that don't mean heathens can be Jews. No, nigga. What that means is that you gotta apply the scriptures to your behavior, how you actually think and act.
24/7.
When you out there and you have to see this thing about it, you're out in the eyes of the Lord at all 100% of the time. Yep. And there's not always gonna be a brother around to judge your decision, but you're gonna always have decisions you have to make. Yeah. You're gonna see that woman with her man. You're gonna have to decide. Nigga, I'm looking this way. Shit, nigga. I'm about to hit this car trying to look away from this bitch. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, not. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the Lord. The Lord's gonna judge you off of that. Not just because you with the brothers and you shit. I'm looking good in front of the brothers. But later on, I'm looking. Come on, bro. That's for the eyes of men, bro.
Hey, you can get that precept where it says such a man only fears the eyes of men. Mm-hmm. Because that's going right into what you're saying, right? Yeah. Because speaking of that brother that had that vision of the death angel, right? The angels see everything you're doing. Yeah. So if the Lord has an angel allotted to take you out, if you do this, get his ass. Yeah. Right? They know what you're thinking.
Yes, sir.
The angels on the right hand and the left hand, they can read your thoughts. They know you, man. Yeah. You know, it's only by Yahweh Shem Yahushai that you know, especially, you know, for the demons, like he said unto Job, right? Or in the book of Job, he said unto Satan, right? You could do this and that, but you can't take his life.
Right.
The Most High got jurisdiction over that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the Most High can see you, man.
Yep.
And that's one thing you gotta. And sometimes that if you know you in the spirit, that thought will pop into your head. You know the Lord will kill your ass, right?
Facts.
Hey, you know the Lord will kill you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the Lord triumphs the reigns, man, as the scriptures say.
Yeah.
He searches Jerusalem with candles. All right, he's going to each individual. Is he who governs this individual's mind? Who governs his decision? Is he going by his heart, or is he going by the scriptures? The Lord will test you. All right, and the Lord's taking notes of your decisions, man. And that death angel is waiting. You gotta understand something. The death angel is sitting right there with the sickle.
Yep.
Give me the word, Lord. I'll chop this nigga's head off. Facts though, because as we know in the Apocrypha it says what? That they're waiting that command.
Yeah.
As soon as he makes it that command, they're gonna appease the wrath of him that made them. They love to do their job.
And they happy to do it. I was like,
They love to do their job. You ain't nothing but a number to them. They don't care whether you look. You gotta understand something. It's all business.
it's business.
They don't care whether you the elect or not. They're there to do a job and a job only. If they're a helper angel, they're there to help as long as the Lord tells them help. If they're there to kill, they're there to kill when the word gives. And look, they'll be around you. All right, the one's trying to help you, look, man, do the right thing. The other one's like, better not fuck up. I'm waiting. I don't care about you one way or the other. I will take you out. Facts, bro. Look,
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm just telling you, you cannot believe my report if you want to, but the Lord allowed me to how can I say this? I've met that individual. Let's just say that. The one who don't give a fuck and will kill you, I've met him in a dream. That nigga he don't care, man. He don't care about mercy. He don't care about none of that. He don't even want you to talk to him. He don't talk to me. Why are you asking me who I am?
See, and look, going back to what? Ezekiel chapter 9, what did he tell him? He said, have no pity,
They
spare.
don't care.
Right?
They don't care.
Spirit
The
none,
little
neither have
baby,
ye pity.
little baby getting sliced. It don't matter.
Nice.
So you gotta be afraid of the Lord.
That's righteous anger.
Don't worry about me. I ain't nobody. You gotta work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
That's right, bro.
It's in the Bible for a reason. Ooh. Y'all got it.
Hey, what's the other precept that match with that one? Through what is it? Through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah.
Cause man, Alashad, man.
Terrible demon like power.
Terrible demon-like power, man. I got that precept. Yeah. This Ecclesiastes, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 19. It says, "Such a man only feareth the eyes of men." Go or something. Yeah. 17. I got you. Verse 17. It says, "All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart."
Right. So real quick,
Yeah.
What is a man that break? What is wedlock? A man and a woman being married together.
Yeah.
Right. How is that broken? Right. A man going into another man's woman, causing her to break wedlock with her husband.
Yep.
You know,
Adultery.
They supposed to be locked in. Here you come. Go ahead.
It says, "A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, Who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins."
ooh, he's creeping. He creeping. So he creep. Yeah, just creeping on it. He think nobody see his ass.
Damn.
He think nobody see him. Meanwhile, angels just staring at him, looking right at him.
What's the modern version? Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. You ain't gotta tell him. Don't tell him. Yeah, but that's Israel. Israel love that shit. The beat go hard, but the words is trash.
Bro,
Don't
every
tell 'em.
song is about adultery.
Adultery.
Every song.
It be the crunkest ones too.
You
You be like, damn.
What he say? Remember that one song?
Yeah.
In your hole.
What's the other one?
Yo,
I
that's
don't even
crazy.
know the host name. Something about lo mein. All we eat is lo mein. I forget how it goes.
I don't know.
I don't know the whole thing. I forget how it goes.
Right.
It's all about some fucking
All about
cheating,
that.
adultery. What it say? Take a broke nigga bitch.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah. Well, then your bitches was paying $1,000. What was it? $1,000?
Yep,
For a
1,000
photo
plus.
shoot to get their ass rubbed,
Yep.
to rub their
The
private
kiss
parts
on
on.
them. Yeah.
All over
Bend
his
over
ground.
in front of him. The one nigga broke up with his girl over that.
Yeah.
And the internet went into a frenzy.
Bitch,
Right.
you gave this
Talk
nigga
about,
a bang?
oh, he's insecure. And the same
Oh.
thing happened with Keke Palmer and Usher.
Yeah.
That whole ordeal, like, man.
But then bitches got mad when Cooking with Kai came out.
Oh, this was hot.
Oh, niggas was insecure when it came to Chris Brown or Cooking with Kiki, whatever the fuck her name is. Y'all in a tizzy about that shit. This bitch ain't giving out no photo shoot.
She ain't even giving no
She
photo
just making
shoot.
videos.
She making videos and twerking a little ass.
Right. So hey, in this he trying to hide and do it on the sneak. Right? Which you got Jake that try to do it on the sneak now, but
Yeah.
they're open with it, man.
Yeah.
They're open.
That's true.
That's that.
They boast about
that
it.
Rollman's one spirit.
Mm-hmm.
They brag and boast about it. That's like a badge of honor amongst niggas nowadays.
Continue on in verse, what was that? 18. It says, 19. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts.
Right. So Lord sees whatever you do.
Right.
He said, consider the most secret parts. The Most High know what you thinking.
Yes, sir.
Right. He knows when. Hey. And the Most High wants to see you fight. He knows when you just letting Satan beat your ass, man.
Yep.
You ain't even trying. You just going with it.
I wouldn't even say beating, because beating indicates a fight of some sort. And you just being a puppet for Satan. Satan just got your ass on the string, just goddamn pot locking and shit. We're gonna do this. Your ass over there.
Oh, the little puppet
Yeah,
shit.
you over there getting it in, nigga. Do that wickedness over here. Pop lock.
He knows when you're not trying it, you have the ability to do so.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're going with the flesh.
There you go.
Yep.
You being deceived.
Yeah.
When the sin is conceived.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about.
Hey, Mars.
Right? But you're allowing your flesh to take over, right? You know, and it, like the example that the brother was talking about, you see a woman walking with her man, like the first thing, oh snap, I see you. Sometimes you might see a woman, not see her man.
Yep.
They're like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me wait real quick. Is this guy walking up to? Oh no, they together, never mind.
Yeah.
You know, and that takes discipline, man.
Yeah, it does.
Because this society teaches you to act off the impulse of the flesh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he in that fucking Tyrone spirit talking about I'm here to F your wife.
Oh yeah.
Long thing style.
Oh, thanks, style.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah, that nigga's a fucking millionaire now.
Yeah, off of that.
Yeah, now he is facts.
I mean, but you gotta look at what society we live in.
Folly is said a great dignity.
Yeah, what does it say? Such as the ruler of a city, such as the inhabitants thereof. Okay, of course you're gonna get rich off of debauchery. Hark to it.
Hot tour court.
This bitch said a hawk to it.
Put millions of dollars.
She don't even look good. She just said she just made a word up for adultery.
She was out just gathering the
Did a sound effect.
Did a sound effect. Drunk as hell.
Yeah.
Got hey, so how do you give OSEX?
Yeah.
What?
Now, what did she say? Something about keeping your man happy. You just gotta, you gotta hawk to it that thing.
Do it. Spit on that thing.
Yeah. Come on, man. And this bitch got viral.
Got viral. Got a fucking radio
Oh.
show. Some shit. Podcast.
They were talking about Bad Baby.
Oh,
They
Bad
catch- they
Barbie.
catch it. Is it Barbie?
Yeah, Bad
Barbie.
Barbie. Catch me outside.
Catch me outside.
How about that?
Man, the motherfucker went and did OnlyFans, made $26 million her first year.
She a rapper now.
Now she rapping. I think she a Jake.
I think she a Jake.
I think she a Jake. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she be looking alright when she do certain things to herself.
Yeah.
But 26 million?
26.
See, this place is a matriarchy, man.
They should
They cater to women. right? And follow, man. This is why all these women can make all this money, man.
OnlyFans.
Right. What it takes a man actually doing things.
Bro, you gotta take the long route.
Right. The long route. And that could be 10 years. That could be a whole decade before they become a millionaire.
Bitch on camera. Surprise! Come out rich than a hoe. Go ahead, Al.
Bro, I was just watching the what's that podcast with Noor? You know who Noor is, right?
Yeah.
Drink Champs or some shit like that, bro. So they had Amber Rose on there as a special host, special guest host, and she got mad.
Blonde bitch?
Yep, the one that Wes Cleave's baby mom.
Yeah.
She got mad because they was talking about how women are talentless, and that's the new talent nowadays, and all they gotta do is just show themselves in order to get rich. She said, I feel like men shouldn't speak on women at all.
Shut your ass up.
Like, what? She said, you know how me and other girls, and she named a few other females in that industry that do the same shit, get rich off of showing ass and
Kim K.
Kim K, she mentioned Kim K. She said, I feel like men should not talk about us at all. What? Talk about that. She said it's the consumer's fault.
Not the consumer's fault.
It's your fault.
Y'all just taking advantage. Y'all are taking advantage of the way that Lord created men.
Yeah.
See, the thing about it is, we have a society where men are starved. If you are a man, ultimately, if you are a man that is not of a certain perception or status, you're starved of woman contact, and that can create psychological issues. Okay, if you got an individual that has grown up his whole life and never experienced the love of a woman, that's always been rejected, that motherfucker's a shell of a man. Especially if they ain't got the spirit to be womanless.
Right, because a woman is a man's glory.
A woman is a man's comfort, glory, pillar of rest. You know, and then Paul talks about what? Burning. He tell you, if you gotta marry because you burning, then marry. Think about all the men that are burning and can't marry. That's why you got these situations where once y'all hit them streets, or hit them internet highways, the floodgates were open. That's why you got women that'll sit in a chat room all day hoping somebody come in their chat room and pay them to do naked shit.
Yep.
That's a whole industry.
It is.
Okay, and if they didn't have the internet, they would probably be on the streets. Who knows? But this gives them an avenue.
That's how these bitches be paying for college and shit.
Come on, man.
Bitches
be balling.
Pay bills, car notes, all
Fuck
that
pay
shit.
bills. Bitches be balling. They be having fucking $250,000 cars,
Caviar.
pulling up in Lamborghinis and shit. How you make your money? I'm a content creator. What type of content your ass make, bitch?
Every time I see that shit, bro, you know, like on the social media or whatever, I see content creator on the chick's page. It's like, what kind of content you create? But I always assume, she one of them.
It's OnlyFans. That's the main thing.
Unless it's like they do cooking or whatever. But that's very few and far between.
There are some, but
it's the sexual appeal with it.
They still borderline OnlyFans. They might, because look, you ain't clicking on that page.
That's cooking with Kaya.
Facts.
That's cooking with
You
Kaya.
see, they nibble through their shirt. See, you ain't clicking on that page because the bitch can cook. You clicked on that page because of the thumbnail.
Yep.
And you get to the page and it's like, oh, okay, so she almost naked, but she not naked. But she got a book out. She a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, bitch. But
Sexual appeal.
Sexual appeal. They know it's sex sells. But anyway, hey man, ultimately this is the society we deal with, and they play off of that. All right. I went on a segment.
Yeah, because I mentioned because it's basically what's pushed in this society here in America, Babylon the Great, is that Romans 1 spirit. All right, so this is Romans 1. I'll go down to the point. It says, verse 28, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Hey, a reprobate mind and do those things are not convenient, right? Reprobate meaning what? Devoid of judgment or wisdom, right? You got certain individuals in Israel that was doing things that were devoid of judgment, you know, and the Lord revealed it, and they're still in the same spirit. You know, from what we're seeing, you know, the brother up in New York was reporting on it. Like, you know, this nigga's still doing the same thing. Still in the same spirit, still giving off the same energy, man.
Vibration.
Even during the Passover. Still.
Crazy.
Like, hey, well, we already said it, but once again, the Lord is gonna start judging amongst Israel first.
Already started.
He's already started. And people are not taking the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua seriously.
Not yet.
Right. So but it's gonna be too late once he start opening up. We pray have the mercy of Yahweh Bashim, the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that we in the right spirit, so that we don't get that judgment.
Because we are in need of the physician, man. We are sick and we know that we need mercy. We can't save ourselves.
And that's when you see, when you stop thinking like that, that's when you really get into trouble, man. When individuals start thinking that they're high and mighty, when they start lifting themselves up, we get that one day that humble themselves shall be exalted, but they that lift themselves up. Because that's eventually what you have. You have individuals that don't understand that the Most High, how can I put this? The Most High, He's the master of all different types of games and different types of sports. And, how people think that fishing is a sport. When you're fishing, there's a technique to it. You got to understand how to put the bait out there and bob it one way and bob it another way.
You got to make it look appetizing.
You got to make it look real. And then depending on what fish you're dealing with, there's other ways. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High deals with that. He deals with stumbling blocks. It's a long game. The Most High throws something out there to try you, man. The Most High will, how can I put this? The Most High will make something happen to test your flesh. You might look at, because we're not perfect. We're men in the flesh. You might have somebody that's above you make a mistake. The Lord might have that person make a mistake. And in your mind, okay, they're wrong about this, right? They went off on this situation. Depending on how you deal with that, the Lord might be a stumbling block. You might, the apostle went off on this, so you know what? I'm better than him. You know what I'm saying? They wrong. Right. And now you done been sealed.
Next one.
How y'all going? Oh, good shot. We straight, bro. How you doing?
So the Lord put a stumbling block in front of you, man. And that's what this guy Alazar went through, man. He might have seen something, been like, "Oh no, I know better than that," or "I'm better than the apostle." And then he lifted himself up.
He was talking about
What he said? You need to retire, give it over to me.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, because he considered himself a priest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, a priest
The
can
high
retire,
priest.
but a priest will still give counsel. Yep. But Elder Apostle Tahar is not, just a priest. He's a prophet. Prophets don't retire, man.
Nope.
You're a prophet till you die.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What prophet which apostle just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to sit here until I get under the eye. I know our job is finished. And he died, and he rested with his fathers and was buried in.
I was just reading what is it, Genesis the 49th chapter with Jacob, right? Jacob prophesied on this bed, then gave up the ghost.
There you go.
Come on, man.
He was doing the work to the last minute. All right, my sons, I'm going to tell you what's going to befall you in the last time.
Then he rolled, got back on that bed, gave up the ghost.
There you go. Hey, the motherfucker, he get that speaker banging though. He said, fuck it. I'm going to jam my music. That bitch got some good bass on it too. Hey, that sound better than a lot of the motorcycles that be coming through.
Facts.
Them bitches be all tweeter.
Yeah.
I be like, what the bass at?
All motorcycles. All engine and shit.
Yeah, engine and high notes.
Luke chapter 14, verse 11. It says, "For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted."
You gotta humble yourself, man. The Lord is the orchestrator of all things.
That's right.
You gotta understand that you're playing His game. Okay, and when you decide that when you go off according to how the Lord will have you to do, that's when He messes you up. You ain't gotta be afraid you don't step wrong, man. That's why. I was just about to. Second Ezra, what is it? 7? Yeah, I was just about to use that's the spirit. I was about to use that analogy. There's a reason that there's a depiction there. One false step, and you're in danger of destruction.
And that's what King David said. I've almost well slipped.
Yeah, my steps have well not slipped.
Ooh, I was close to. Oh.
Yeah. He said, I was about to go off. You know? And what was that in regards to, we saw the prosperity of the wicked. It's like, damn.
He's up there.
You guys go, you can read it. Go to you guys. Okay. That's say what you said. You got the fire on there?
Yeah.
You're talking about the narrow by the spirit read.
God, this is 2 Ezra 7 and verse 1. It says, and when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow, like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he enter, or how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it's full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once.
See, you gotta watch your step, man. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta hang on for dear life, man. The Lord, hey, look, there's certain things that, and at the end of the day, you gotta pray the Lord make you a spiritual person.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain things, I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but there's certain things I did something yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before? Like the day before, I did a certain thing, and right after I did it, I felt a heavy spirit, and it was lightning going on outside, like heavy lightning, and boom, just out of nowhere. I ain't get no warning on the phone it was gonna rain or nothing. But I was like, man, is the Lord pissed off at me? And so I just, ever since then I've been saying, I'm sorry, Lord. You know, I've just been apologizing, like I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the spirit to be in everything. The Psalm 51 spirit.
Yeah.
You know, because there's things in your past life the Lord can still F you up for.
Be pissed off about it.
Right? So, you know, you ask for forgiveness and for mercy, every day. Because you don't know what the Lord can still kick your ass for.
Good. The Lord's
He
prayer.
might have mercy on you when he kick your ass, but wouldn't you rather not get your ass kicked for something? You know what I mean?
That's right, bro.
It's like with King David. He committed adultery. Everybody's not King David. Nope.
No.
Everybody's not going to receive that type of mercy.
Right.
Right? But I'm sure King David would have rather not done that for what he did, what the hell he put on him after that.
Yes, sir.
I'd rather not get my
I
ass
would have rather not experienced that situation. Everything was fucked up after that.
Yeah, because not even just, everything went, everything.
His
Son
son had
with a concubine.
right, he had to die.
Sons started killing each other.
Yep.
He had to flee from his kingdom.
You know he loved his son because his thing, well, I ain't gonna call him his advisor, and I'm sure he was an advisor on some level, but he had to talk to one dude, had to cuss him out like, you love your son more than Israel?
Oh, yeah, Joab, the general.
You seem like you would have been happy if your son was alive and all us would have been dead. That was a slap in the face. Like, damn. Wait, snap out of it, bro. Your son was wicked. Shit. Look, you would have rather us be dead.
Yep. And that was Joab. That was the one who took out Absalom.
Yeah,
with the
he
darts.
he
He ended up being,
didn't
judged later in his
yeah,
life.
because he did something. He killed somebody during peacetime.
peace. Yeah.
He had to get fucked up too.
Mm-hmm. That's what he told King Solomon. He said, "Let not this hoary head go to the grave in peace."
Peace, yes, sir.
You know, because he shed blood in the time of peace.
time of
There was
peace.
peace in Israel.
Yep, he bore a grudge and he went off. You know, but nevertheless, man, you just got to be in the right spirit. Pray the Lord give you the right spirit. You know, pray the Lord give you the right spirit to fulfill. This is how I always word it. Give me the right spirit to be who you would have me to be in righteousness. You know, because the Lord can have you to be in wickedness. You don't want to be in wickedness. So ask for that righteousness, that forgiveness, and that to be put on that right path. You know? What else can you say? You got more? It's kind of short, so I'm ready to try to keep going long as I can. We got right at an hour.
I keep going.
I know, me too.
Oh, so no, we switched gears up and down. Oh, did we read this yet?
What?
Exalted,
Yeah, we read that.
Yeah, Connor. You want me to finish off 2 Ezra 7?
It's some more in
Yeah. 2 Ezra 7 and verse 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
There you go. So that's what you gotta go through. That's a part of the bitterness. That's the straight gate. There's no other way to go through this. And our lives are about to get even more and more bitter.
Yep.
So if you think you're going through bitterness right now, you're going through affliction right now, which brothers is going through some affliction.
Yeah.
But it's gonna pale in comparison of what's coming down the line. You know, we're gonna be put in even more dire situations. You know, that's something you gotta be reminded of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So now we had these moments every now and again where we like to joke and everything. That song came to my mind, which it ain't, the words ain't exactly, but I was like, look, it's gonna get a tie-in. So if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. It's gonna come a point in time when he talks about that. You know, there's gonna come a night, so to speak, where we won't be able to preach this gospel no more. That's when we're gonna really be in hard times. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, you think it's bad now? That the scriptures say, well, we have not yet resisted unto blood.
Spirit. I was about to grab
it, brother. Keep the spirit.
Yeah.
Open the shot. You know, hey man.
We have not yet.
Right now it's gravy, bro. We just out here prophesying. Ain't nobody messing with us. Police ain't coming up telling us, this and that. You have an outlaw. Hey, you got outlaw of misinformation on the rise. What did Trump say? He's gonna fight against his enemies that speak against him and all that. Yep. Paraphrasing. Yeah, you can say that too.
The
Prophets of doom. Yeah. That's us. So, hey, it's because we know the Lord laid for snare. He's allowing him to lay a snare for us that prophesying the gates, man. Got it right.
Right. This is Hebrews chapter 12, and I gotta start up at 1.
Yeah.
So point is in 4. It says, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Right? So run with patience. Patience means what? The quality of suffering. So hey, this journey, it got obstacles, man. Right? It got strenuous things to deal with. It says, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, right? Him having all the authority and being raised back up into that glory he had with the Father from the beginning, right? Right? So he had something to look forward to.
Yep. A promise.
Right. It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider him, right? Consider, right? You got to remember the Lord Yahushua.
Right.
This is one of the main reasons. This is the main reason why, right? We believe that we could go back into the Heavenly Father by doing as the Lord Yahushua did. Putting on the same mindset that he had, right? It says, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds. Right? So that should strengthen you, man. Right? The things the Lord Yahushua had to go through. right? We got to go through some of the same things.
That's right.
It says,
He said contradiction of sinners against himself. So he had people that were wicked that were accusing him. They back in my face. Right? But he had people that were wicked. It was a whole crowd. They lapped up in that shit. You know, for sure they lapped up.
Man, 8 months first.
But anyway, these people were wicked, man. These people were the scribes and Pharisees. People were the ones that were, what was it, the publican, and what was it, the Pharisee and the tax collector. You know, they were the Pharisees. They were outwardly righteous, but inwardly they were wicked. They saw the miracles, but they chose Barabbas. So they were being contradictory. Okay, they were being wicked, and they were calling him wicked, but he wasn't wicked. So we're gonna have to experience that too. And we do experience that. Okay, especially the men of GMS, because you got niggas. Here it is. You got different camps. Like IUIC says, you can have sex on the Sabbath. They teach that you should leave your wife if she's not a believer, which is un-Paul-like. Right. Then you got ISUPK. If you ain't smoking weed, if you ain't an ISUPK, I don't know what you doing with your life.
ISUPK says, hey.
You can do your do in the butt.
right.
Pop your woman in the ass.
Hey, that's why they was advocating for Alizar.
Oh, because they talk to do the butt, they're doing the butt shit.
Because hey man,
They like butt play.
That is wild.
You see? So you got all these individuals that speak against us, but that's contradictory. We're telling you what the Bible says. The Bible has this a law in the scriptures, and it ain't even an interpretation. It's really a plain law. If A equals B, then C. A plus B equals C. If the woman is betrothed and the man sleep with her, he get put to death. If the woman ain't betrothed and the man sleep with her, he got to pay the father, and he got a new wife.
Yep.
It ain't hard.
And that's the punishment.
It's the wife.
It's
the dowry.
And the dowry, right?
And you
Because
gotta
who got
said the wife.
What's that?
The wife is the punishment. Listen,
Who got $250,000?
ooh, that's how much it was the apostle went into?
About
Today's
$250,000. Probably even more than that. But who got that much money?
In today's equivalent.
Damn.
Now,
Why do you think Jacob had to work 7 years for Rachel?
there you go, man. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I think didn't he end up being 14?
It ended up being 14. It was 14.
He was 14
years
because
old.
he tricked.
He was like, all right, now you got Leah now.
Right.
You want the other one,
Hey,
then.
like the apostle says, like, you know, and these are women back in the day that they were virgins.
Yeah.
They were trained up on how to serve a man.
Yeah.
Right? A woman is a possession, a very expensive
Valued servant.
yes.
Valued
Very
servant,
yes.
man.
It's in the scriptures.
Yeah. Like you said, you break, you buy.
So that's why. Oh, so that's why. I forget which son it was or something, but they were telling him not to. He was basically like he wasn't married, and he was telling him like, look, man, don't be going out there. Want to go do that because we got to pay that dowry. I forgot.
Check it out. Let's get that one that says.
That's an example I would always give though.
Oh yeah,
Concerning
It says if you entice a man. Because honestly, it goes deeper. Apostle Tara read it recently.
Okay.
You know, and I've been reading it for years, and I've been like, okay, I'm gonna just wait till it come out. But really, even if you entice a woman and pop her, a Jake woman, let's say, you really gotta marry her.
Yep.
Let's read that scripture. If thou entice a maid,
Yeah, I believe that's also
and you still gotta pay the dowry.
Exactly.
And not only do you gotta pay the dowry, the father can refuse to let you marry. And I'm gonna go into it. Go ahead, bro.
Exodus chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed,
Right.
and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
The word endow means to pay the dowry.
Yep.
You surely endow her. Go ahead and read the next part.
17. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins.
There you go. So, either way, you paying the dowry.
Yeah.
Now, this, even if you didn't rape her, if you talk to her about the drugs, it still says, what does it say? Thou shalt in any wise endow her. So it's a lot. He shall surely endow her. Right?
Come.
So if you're acting biblically, you wasn't just out there jumping from, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if brothers might have this in their mind that it was just like, man, she gave it up. She just gave it up. If you entice a woman to have sex with you, you're supposed to marry her.
It's responsibility, man.
Bro, because that's a big deal. That's why you had to pay the dowry. You see what I'm saying? And the father, it was his right. Now, I'm not saying that he would, but in some cases, a father might. If you came to the father and said, look, when I had sex with your daughter, hey, you know what I'm saying, here go the dowry, and I want to, I'm really supposed to marry her. If he refused, there could be other reasons. He could look at you and say, you ain't a godly man.
You don't come from a good.
You don't come from a good stock.
You don't come from.
It would be more of a dishonor for you to marry my daughter than it would for her to be to stay in my home. So in this case, I'm not going. But most men would just go ahead and let her get married. But there are reasons. There's even reasons why after the whole grape situation, why he might want to refuse. Because a woman could get traumatized by that. You know what I'm saying? She might hate you the rest of her life.
You gotta deal with her.
Now she traumatized. And you gotta deal with it. So who knows? Yeah.
And that's you can't. You don't just go out and just take it.
It wasn't just
He wasn't doing that.
And that's why when you go into the balance, the scriptures say, don't desire her for her pleasure. You supposed to look at a woman, and you really have to be out here shopping for a new servant, really.
Yeah.
You gotta find one that's beautiful to you, and she got skills.
The scripture say, give not thyself over to a
light woman. Hey, because look, my brothers know about post-nut clarity. I've experienced that.
Hey,
plenty of times.
That's why there are laws set in place.
So imagine
this woman might have been a virgin. She might have been
top notch.
Let's say doing everything she's supposed to do.
Right.
But this nigga's like, man,
she look good.
He passed the honeymoon phase. I don't want to take this no more. Shit.
Right.
Then he goes and lies and says she wasn't a maid when I found her. Well, she wasn't a maid, but she was dealing with her for 6 months. You didn't find what?
Okay, go get the token of virginity.
Tokens of virginity.
We got proof, nigga.
And then what did they do to that nigga? They beat his ass, man.
So the Lord wasn't promoting niggas. No. There's a certain standard, like I was going to early on. You might. I don't know if brothers think like that. There may have been a certain period in time where brothers like, damn, look at this and look at that. Yeah. But really, if you sleep with a woman, a Jake woman, you really supposed to marry her.
Yeah.
That's why Israel had concubine.
Yep.
You want to get you a concubine? That's good advice. That's sound advice. Yeah. Because if you sleep with an Israelite, you're really supposed to marry her. And in this times, there ain't a lot of marryable women out here.
Hell no.
You'd be better off just playing in the snow. Or chinging in the chong.
Chinging in the chong.
In the snow. Hot in the Gandhi.
Or choking chicken, nigga.
Shit. Better off being like Paul, being stoic. That's why we're in those times where seeking a wife, and even the brothers be going off. Nigga, I seen a video the other day. Dude was like highlighting her shit. He posted her name up there, and she was double cheeked up on the Tuesday, and he was just like, "Yeah, I see why some people play in the snow." Man, she did a response video. I don't see why he wouldn't tag me, and blah 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 blah. You know how many followers she got off of that nigga's video? But here you go. As we understand, there are harder snares than nets. Yeah. So even an Edomite give you trouble. Right. I had an Edomite talk crazy to me when I was in the world dealing with her. This bitch was an escort, and then I popped her. You know what I'm saying? And then she started looking at me like I'm supposed to go make all the money. Yeah, bitch, you know that you was just a hoe. I'm gonna get you a job or something. You can lab on me, motherfucker. You can get out. Go ahead, bro.
I got this precept since I mentioned it. Just to prove it. Deuteronomy chapter 22. And I'm going to just get to the point, verse 16. It says, "And the damsel father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her." Come on, man. You got to hate somebody. Because look, he knows that if he say this, she going to get put to death. Come on, bro. You got to really hate somebody to do that, bro. That's fucked up.
He got with her for the wrong reasons, man. Brothers get with a chick for the wrong reason. You find something that you like about her, and you decide I'm a pop her. And then you get the clothes off and she don't look the same. You get done, you like, damn, she kind of ugly.
You got a big ass.
You got a big ass forehead. And I don't like your attitude.
I
didn't realize your arms is long.
I don't think I want to be with this bitch no more.
Oh man.
Bitch, your body 4 different colors when you get off your floor. How you chocolate and light skin at the same time?
It says,
I don't think I like that.
it says, and lo, he hath given occasion of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, meaning found her not a virgin,
Right.
when he was married to her, right? It says, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity, and they shall spread the cloth before the elders
Right.
of the city, and the elders of the city shall take that man and chastise him.
Yeah.
They gonna beat his ass.
30 lashes, man.
Ass, yo. The father put out the receipts on his ass. What?
And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver.
Man, that nigga paying double dowry.
What's that? 100 shekels.
That's 500,000.
Yeah, you said a quarter mil.
You
So
said a
double.
quarter mil was 50. That's
Half a
500,000.
Half a mil.
That's crazy.
Got
See,
your ass whooped.
that was
and
a
half
serious.
mil.
That was a serious offense, man.
Damn.
You know, so it will put you in a different mindset if you was in. See, brother, brothers might hear the. Some people might hear the law of break and think, shit, they gonna beat me a bitch across the head, nigga. Go on.
No.
No, nigga, it was a lot. It was a standard, bro.
Yeah.
Even if you were just out there, yeah, shorty, because some niggas got the gift of gab. Yeah, baby, blah, 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 boop, boop, let me do that, boop, next thing you know, it's on the cracker.
Right.
But really, you supposed to marry her.
Hey, and I gave this example a couple of times. You might have a father who has a son, and then he got some daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, son, look, I know you want to wife this and that, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Let's wait until we get your sisters married off, and then we gonna have the money.
You don't have enough money to get you a
to
wife.
Get you a wife.
There you go.
You know, don't just be going around here. Hey,
So
don't
your
do that,
oats,
son.
Yeah, that's the.
You gonna put me in a bad
jam,
situation, man.
Right. So hey, you had to have money and to
I
have a
wonder what
wife,
the
man.
deal was if you didn't have the shekels to pay.
Well, you could work for that.
I guess you would have to.
Yeah, that's what our
first.
forefather Jacob did.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
That's true. You guys got to go be a damn
Servant.
indentured servant for a while.
Yep. Because it do talk about they talk about how someone who becomes a Hebrew servant and how that man could give his daughter or someone that's a woman that's a servant unto him, right, for to wife, but when he leaves out, you can't take her with him because she's owned by somebody. You can't even take the children. So if you love your wife and your children, I'm gonna stay here.
I wonder if that's dealing with Hebrews. That's dealing with. We might have to get into it. Because I know there were certain ways you dealt with the Hebrews, certain ways you dealt with Israel.
Because that's what we're talking about. I love my master, right? Yeah. I love my master, and then you become his servant. You're his servant continually, right? But he might give you a wife, and then you might have kids with that wife. But if you leave, you can't take the kids or the wife with you. Yeah, you can grab that.
Yeah, I'll
Right, let me finish reading. It says, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he have brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, and she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. Yeah, so you did all that just to get your ass whooped and still got to deal with the same woman.
Get your ass whooped. Hater. Damn.
Man. So these different.
They was. That's what they hot boxed.
Pack of fucking wolves. These laws were set in place, man. So Jacob think twice. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. Let me not do that.
Because say you didn't have the money. Now you're gonna have to be slave to somebody.
Yep.
You're gonna be in debt.
Yep. Yeah, you're right, bro. It said Hebrew slave. You come in with nothing, you leave with nothing.
Yeah. Because he owns that woman. Yeah. He got the kid. Now he owns them kids. Hey,
It's his possessions.
hey, man. So if you gonna go work for, you might as well just be like,
Remember,
it's business.
well, you know what? There was an agreement between them. So he would have been in the wrong to a degree, to a heavy degree. Jethro, was that his name? Who was Rachel and Leah's father?
Laban. Yeah.
Laban. So remember Laban said, basically he tried to tell him that he was leaving with his, you leaving, these is my children, this is my, you know. But nigga, you promised him that he can have them if he worked so long, so really you going off.
You promised Rachel.
I got gas. Just tell you right now. Too late.
It's red.
BP, bro. No, that's no issue. You got him.
Two vehicles of wild hyenas.
So number 3.
Hey, it's just it ain't even fully warm yet.
Hey, bro. The Lord is about to judge Jake so heavy. It's going to be so crazy how frequent it's going to be, bro. Because this whole movement of YNs and the whole movement of, I don't know what the fuck they call it, the little N-dubs out here, but the YNs and the little hottie-dotties, the hyenas, bro. The rate that they're moving on, that the Lord got them moving on, is, bro, it's about to get super wicked out here, bro.
Yeah, 20 versus 1 spirit.
The 20 versus 1 spirit, bro, like I said, the YN movement, bro, that shit is, bro.
And you got grown ass men that are
YNs.
That are YNs and crashing
That
out.
are YNs,
Like,
bro.
what's that plumber dude?
Oh, Aaron the plumber.
That nigga stay in some
Badesky. He's funny.
stay in some
He's
shit.
funny as hell.
He's always fighting somebody.
Bro, he is funny as fuck. Badesky. Swap
You
love.
crashing out. You gotta control your emotions, brother.
That's what's wrong with Jake, bro. Through the curses, the end up has raised up a bunch of full of emotion ass niggas, bro.
Yeah, a bunch of heart on your sleeve ass niggas.
Yeah.
And that's, a man that's not in control, that's dangerous, man.
Very dangerous.
Oh, that's in the scriptures.
That's dangerous. Because,
I think it's the word would be bold fellow.
Yeah.
right, hey, when I was younger, a family member of mine, the father figure, my uncle, he would always tell me, he would say, power without control is dangerous. Men are more powerful than women, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We're the stronger vessel.
Right.
So a man that's out of control, he can really,
More damage.
do a lot of damage, man.
To himself, too.
To himself and to other people.
Yeah.
And he can't really protect like he needs to. If you allow your ego to rule you, you don't control your spirit, you're really more of a detriment to your family than you are if you can control your spirit.
Yep.
Somebody who is operating properly will use wisdom and play the long game.
Yeah.
I'm not, you find yourself in a situation sometimes where, your emotions want to do this and do that. And, like you're taught, or if somebody disrespects you verbally, that you got to put your hands on them or you a bitch, or you're taught certain things. But the people who are calculated are usually the ones who come out on top.
Yep.
Okay, they catch a motherfucker sleeping. Yep. There done been plenty of time I done played the low game and then snuck up on a nigga. And I ain't even do nothing to him. But they was afraid.
Oh, for sure.
I'll never forget this dude was fucking with me. I was in the bag. I was down bad. And I would wake up and he would be in the crib. And he was trying to get with my chick at the time. So he would be making jokes and doing this and doing that. So I just took it on the chin, whatever, because he was cool with the nigga I was living with. Never forget, I came out the crib one day. He was sitting on the stairs. I just walked up on him just to chill. I leaned on the rail. Motherfucker looked back. Damn near jumped out his skin. Because I snuck up on. I ain't even try to, bro. It just how the Lord had it. Now, if I wanted to do him harm,
No, man.
I could have picked him up and threw him over the goddamn stairs.
Man, she was on that shit
I could have.
shit you was talking?
Nigga, I could have baby boyed this nigga. I could have caught him around his neck. And fucking
For your mama.
I could have put you to sleep.
Yo.
But guess what? That ain't the spirit that the Lord had on me.
That's right.
The Lord's gonna get my vengeance.
That's right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord's gonna pay you back. You know, I had to look at my situation because I wasn't right. So the Lord was doing me a certain way.
Yeah, yeah.
You see? But I made it here. You didn't put your hands on me. But the point is this. You know, we let the Lord fight our battle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because ultimately Jake don't know.
You let the Lord fight your battles. And you gotta rule your spirit. Go ahead.
Con. Also, Jake don't realize either. The Lord's vengeance is 10 times, a million, infinity times greater than what I could do to you.
Yeah, buddy.
So, me doing my little shit to you, that's nothing. What the Lord's gonna do to you though, shit, I feel sorry for you.
To this day, we got neighbors. They came against us heavy. And when I said they keyed our car, they burnt our car, they burnt a portion of our car with a torch lighter and melted the fiberglass and like put it on. They was really coming against us.
Was it Jake?
Yeah.
I think I might know you talking
Nigga
about
woman.
his name,
It was a woman. I don't know if she sent a YN to do it, but they live on my street.
Because I remember he was on the right side of your crib.
Yeah.
Right,
You think it was him?
might have been because the Lord took him out.
What? Somebody got took out?
He was sick too. The Lord,
we sent curses up.
Houses on the side of his crib.
Yeah, it was
all to
because
the
I remember the one time we came over to your crib, or one time I think I came over. He was
How
sitting on
old
the
was
porch. He was my age, bro. I went to school with him. When I seen him, I looked at him. When I seen him, I'm like, what you doing?
Oh, you talking about him sitting right there?
Yeah, he was sitting. He was sitting on the steps.
Yeah, well,
The Lord took him out.
yeah, he was a young. He was doing some bullshit.
He was. Yeah,
he was on the run when he was right there.
Yep. Because
He
his
was in
sister,
the shootout.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah. The Lord took him out last year. Yeah, he's back in the spiritual world.
Hey man, so we don't know how the Lord's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And the Lord gonna do what He do. They still running around the little chick that did the bullshit. But hey, when the Lord sees fit, He gonna do what He do.
For sure.
And if the Lord make him repent, everything happens for a reason. We'll just have to see. But the Lord gonna fight that battle. Much as I wanna, be on some bullshit and be mad, because a lot of bad shit happened behind them. Different cars got towed. The government took them shits. A lot of shit happened. So it's like, you know what? I'm pissed. I'm still kind of mad about that. I walked out yesterday. I was like, man, this fucking keep shit on my car. The fuckers was writing me cursive on my shit. I was like, you know what? All right.
You got it.
We got it, bro. We already shellac Rayam your ass, nigga. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Facts.
And we just have to rule our spirit. You can easily, especially in the times to come, you can easily end up in a fucking altercation, man.
Facts.
Easily. You allow your testosterone to rule. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, look, man.
Don't take much either.
It don't take a lot. Sometimes the Lord has to save you from certain situations, man. I can't speak specifically, but there's been a few times where testosterone was built up, and I'm like, man, I'm ready to slap a nigga. And the Lord just stopped me from even being anywhere near the situation.
Same.
So,
Bro. I got
thank the Lord for that.
For sure. Romans 12 and verse 18, it points at 19 as well. It says, Romans 12 verse 18. Romans 12 verse 18. If it be possible, as much life in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Give place unto wrath.
Right.
And that's, it may sound cliche, but that's easier said than done.
For sure.
Because you may have, individuals that you might have to deal with on a daily, like say at the Shaddai, work, whatever, on the job. You may have way more. You might be way more long suffering than they are.
Yeah.
And like situation I deal with, certain, Edomites that are over me, they don't have any patience. And they're frantic, man. And it's like I'm calm, but they're just all uptight. Any little inconvenience, at the smallest inconvenience, they fucking lose them.
Yeah. pull their fucking hair out and
pull
shit.
their hair out. They can't think straight. I'm like, this is not even that serious.
Nervous breakdowns and shit.
Nervous breakdowns. You know. So you know, and sometimes that'll get on your nerves, and then you might want to be like, man, you know, what's wrong with this? You might want to say certain things like, dude, what's your problem? Blah, 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 blah.
Tighten the fuck up.
But but you don't. You just be like, all right, you know, you remain patient.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta remain patient when you gotta deal with impatient people, man.
Hey,
You know, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah. Hey, even the word patience goes into suffering.
Right.
You know, and we gotta be long suffering, just like the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's one thing these Edomites don't like to do is suffer.
They don't like to
They're
suffer.
not good at suffering. You know?
You can walk through.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we you know, hey Jake, hey, the Lord has really put the spirit on Jake to just be able to deal with you. We under the curses, man. You know? We deal with all types of shit.
That was a big ass eating, like, dude. The madness.
That's Romans 1 again.
Hey, the Romans 1, man. That is the standard here in America, Babylon the Great, man.
Hey man, soon we gonna have to, you know, we're gonna be coming back into Rainbow Month.
Oh, man. It's gonna be June.
But you can't say there ain't no micro, you know.
Because it's already being infiltrated throughout the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
It just hasn't been mandated. It hasn't been mandated yet.
Right. And now there's a push.
Yep.
There is a push to get rid of all cash, man.
Bro, hey, did you see that vid I sent into the chat with Elder Malcolm and then the dude Don Boo 7? Bro, that gap, bro, that's only like a 4-month gap, bro, as far as what they were saying, as far as everyone getting used to how quick they're trying to push out, how quick they're trying to I might have one. Give me 1 second, we're about to show. There's a gap between it was March 9th to July 14th of the time gap of how they're going to try to continue to push out each part of the dollar, starting with the penny. And through that time frame, through that 4-month time frame, they're going to push out first the penny, then the nickel, and gradually go all the way up to change and to bring in fully that the digital system. And originally it was called the what did he say it was originally called? Everybody the CBDC. And everybody made a big fucking deal about whatever. So they changed it from that name and changed it to Trump Coin or some shit like that. But basically all they did was just change the name. So they were still rolling it out, but they just changed the name of it and everything, and they're still pushing it out. So prophecy is manifested right before your very eyes. So, like the bro said, you can't say there ain't no microcia because what do you think they're going to use to be able to buy or sell? You already got it on your cell phones. You already got it on your card, your credit cards, your Apple Watch. Soon, these things are going to be looked at as we need something else that could track everything more precisely.
Yeah, and then they might come out. Of course, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh well. There's I ain't gonna say that word, but your phone could be hacked.
Yep.
Bring out false news reports that people are getting their phones hacked and all their information is stolen and blah 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 blah. Hack your Apple Watch, And well,
you got data. You got data breaches.
Yep.
You got people that take that signal, that RFID signal,
Yep.
and they duplicate it. And they can open your hotel room. They can duplicate your card. They can do a lot of things. It's been shown in many news expose.
Even in movies.
Hey,
even in movies, they show you that they do that stuff.
Hey, man, if Jake in Nigeria can pay for his food with his hotel room card, they can do all types of shit.
You got to think about it, bro.
Scam.
They could also be using like that country we was talking about. I think it was Switzerland. They could also be using that as like a test run. Well, we have results from this place that everyone here is micro-seated. And
their society is that much convenient.
their society is way more convenient. There's less crime and less hackings and so forth and so on and so forth. Man, hey, it's coming sooner than people think. That's the thing. It's going to happen in your lifetime. That's for sure.
You got to think about other societal structures that have already been shown, like China.
Oh,
What they got there, they got the what that shit called? It's a certain word I'm looking for of the system they use. It's a social status.
the facial recognition.
Not the facial recognition.
Oh, the credit, the
Social credit status or some shit like that.
social credit score.
Yeah, you get a social credit score. So basically, depending on whether or not you conform to societal standards, will depend on your ranking in society. If you don't do certain things, you get deducted credits and points. Which is it's so funny how we're shown these things in older movies.
Yep.
And then they come to pass in modern times.
Yep.
They were showing a removal of credit points back in the Fifth Element. You have 20 points left on your license. Then what? He pulled away from the fast food. We have deducted 10 points. And then when he was getting chased by the police, he lost his other 10 points. And it was like, well, you ain't supposed to be driving no more. I think he had to override the system some kind of way. But it ain't going to be no override.
What's that movie, Demolition Man? That came out in the 90s.
I'm going to have to try to watch it.
I think so. With Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I seen the clip for that, and I was, oh yeah, he came out. Yeah. Wesley Snipes had a badass scene. They pulled up on him.
Oh yeah.
He was like unaliving them niggas and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember.
Wasn't he basically like off grid? Wesley Snipes?
He didn't have no.
Because it's from a different time.
He
He came out the cryo chamber.
He wasn't in the system.
I gotta rewatch that. I remember watching it as a kid, but I never really paid
They
attention
had
to it.
the Michael C had been there.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
See?
Yep.
They give you a foreshadowing. Yeah, I gotta watch
Predictive programming. But that's also what, remember, we always talk about. That's what goes into that Talmud of what those Amalekites, what they believe in. They tell you what they want to do to you. So therefore, once they do it, they feel like they're justified because, hey, well, we told you what you would do. I told you.
What do they call it? Television.
Television, yeah.
I'm telling you,
my vision.
Right. Facts. Hey, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Facts.
They know what they're gonna do, but you got the people that are asleep, man. You got some people that know, but it's not enough. Well, ultimately, see, look, we make. I was gonna make a statement, but we always gotta balance things out through the scriptures.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not time for nothing to happen. It's on the Lord's time when these things will be enough to cause an uprising of the people.
Right,
We're not in that time yet. Who shall rouse them up? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna rouse them up. Speaking of Judah, right? But people, you got episodes of I don't want to say the Boondocks, but the Simpsons. Which predicts certain things, and they happen. I don't want to say verbatim, but they happen according to how they were depicted in the show. Years ago.
Yep.
Okay, you have books that come out about certain ailments that then later on become actual things that we have to deal with, as we saw in 2019 till now. Which we're not under the effects. But to a degree, we are still under those effects.
For sure.
Right? Because at a simple word of it, you can be back with a face diaper on. Okay? And required to jump.
Yep.
To jump and shoot. Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I was talking about the Simpsons, right? And how it happens, exactly like how it happens on the TV show.
Right. Yep.
Hey, I forget who was saying that, but you got these different truthers that study the occult, as you call it, right, or the Illuminati,
Right.
and then they say like they're not really smart. They just follow the same. They just follow a formula.
Yep.
They just follow a plan.
Yep.
That's why you can see things in a movie and it happen exactly. It manifests exactly how you see it in the movie. They just follow the plan.
Yeah.
They're not deviating.
Now, I can't by any means call Esau long suffering because he's not.
Hell no.
As the scriptures say, but we understand what happened with his birthright. Elder Mother Guy put in the chat, he cooked that marinated meat. He said, that's that red pottage. He said Esau was faint. He was, man. Esau was like, I'm gonna eat this raw meat. I don't give a damn. I don't like the taste of raw meat. Bro, there's certain rareness of steaks. I'd be like borderline. I'd be like, nigga, you cook a thick steak, you cook it for a long time, you think you done cooked it properly. And that bitch still a little too rare, nigga. You be like, I don't know how this texture gonna be.
Wait, that-
Yeah, nigga, cook it some more. I cook each slice.
No medium rare, none of that
Oh, see,
shit.
I come around to medium rare in recent, in recent times, but I would prefer it more towards a well doneness.
Immediately.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said he want that steak. He want that steak jerky.
There's a way where you can cook it because it'll still be cooking after you take it.
Yeah, you gotta let it rest.
Yeah.
It's, it's a science.
It's a science.
Because the less fat in a cut, the less you want to cook it because it'll get too tough, man. It'll be dry and shit.
Yep.
You wasted your money and shit.
Man, it's hell.
Dry and shit. Shit tastes like shoelaces.
Ain't not enough A1 sauce to make this.
But nevertheless,
Motherfucking leather.
Esau's not, he's not long suffering by any means, but you gotta balance it out. Now the scripture says what? Devil come down, have a great wrath, for he know you have but a short time.
Yep.
So he's making haste, but at the same time, a lot of things he's done has been with subtlety. And the scriptures don't say he's the most subtle beast of the field that the Lord had created for no reason. Speaking of the serpent, which we know spiritually is Esau eating.
Yep.
Right?
Serpent.
So there was a lot of things that were unheard of. There was certain gradualisms. There's a reason why those movies came out so long ago, and now that we're experiencing them things, it's not a big deal. Oh, we saw that in this movie. What was that? I love this movie. Is it In Time or Just in Time? You got Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Justin Timberlake. Oh, yeah. With the time on him.
I want to watch that movie again.
I love that movie.
I love the concept, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
they're showing you things like this. There had to be something implanted in him to have that digital interface pop up and show you how much time he had left.
Yep.
And the time was the currency. Okay,
Right. And
it was digital.
Yeah, right. That's them wanting to have control over how long you live.
Yes.
That's them trying to be like the low side.
Literally.
Yeah, which that's his goal.
Stealing time and shit.
That's his goal.
Damn. Yeah. To be like the most high.
Yeah, he can tell you when your time is up. Okay,
Nigga, you got 34 hours left.
and time was wealth.
Yep.
Which, hey, even in this time, even in these times, time is money.
Yeah.
If you're not a rich individual, you
got
don't have time.
You don't got time. You have very little time.
Your time, and according to the elites, your time is worth very little. Because we're seeing 200 and 400% markups on the cost of living and all these things like that. But we're seeing very small markups on the minimum wage. There's very low.
Yes, it is.
So when individuals say, hey, relative to the time, you got to look at relativity. People say, well, back in my day, all you needed was one job, and the man did this, and you could take care of this. Well, nigga, the cost of living was low. They were more
That was
reasonable.
one before this inflation, man.
Well, the cost of living versus the cost of the money you was making were more reasonable.
Nigga, that's why you get bread for a nickel.
Yeah,
You take somebody from now making what they making and put back then, that motherfucker's rich. You know? That's a rich person if you take somebody now making what they
the
make.
wages now.
The wages now and you put
versus
them
how
back
much
then.
things cost.
What was that? $40,000 a year. You could have a house. What's that? A
He was
car.
rich.
You could pay for your children's school.
You was well off.
And still have money.
And your
Come
wife
on
could stay
now.
at home.
He was making that was like $100,000.
Niggas was getting certificates of deposits.
Yep.
Niggas was buying
Buying little
property.
Yep.
So my elders, I got a chance to see my great grandfather and my mom's son and stuff. He had multiple cribs. And his parents before them, it was like there's houses still to this day in Arkansas, over here and over there, where people are like, okay, who's gonna have this house? Who's gonna keep this house and fix it up and pay the land taxes? Okay, I'm gonna move over here and do this and do that. And as our elderly get older, they get to live in these places.
Yep.
Okay, he didn't have, well now, I learned one of them got a settlement, but still he had one job, he had one accident at his job, and it was enough money for him to go invest, and his kids are straight. They're still straight. He had motherfucker marry into the family to try to steal the shit that he made.
Yep.
For that strength of that one man, he was able to support all his kids. He had like six, seven kids.
Yeah,
And even some of their kids benefited.
Right. That's how like my great grandfather. They got a farm. Was it 15 acres when he bought it? Who knows how much he got that for?
But see,
Because I know how much land costs now. 15 acres, you gonna pay a couple.
pretty penny.
You gonna pay over $100,000.
Yeah. So not 200. You're gonna pay 180 something. I don't know. I don't know how much it is per acre. There's gonna a lot of factors that play in. Location. what the rest of the real estate is around you.
Right.
A lot of things factor.
Then you had houses built on that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, you know, back in his time, he had farm animals, but he worked one job, and it took care of everything.
Took care of all the necessities. That's unheard of nowadays. If everybody in your crib ain't working, you through. You through. All right. So, you know, things ain't what they used to be. Things ain't what they used to be. You know.
That's why people are gonna, you know, they're gonna start uprising against the society, man.
Right. What's that? Second Ezra
16 original formula ready for we into that. But nevertheless, we're gonna see uprisings happen. Just wait.
Things are going to take a complete 360. It's already in the middle of, you know, turning, but the Lord's going to turn it up soon.
Because people give a bright outlook for the future. They say this and that's happening, and this and that's happening. People's gonna be able to, you know, make it this way. More jobs. This shit ain't happening, man. You know that the streets are gonna be closed, man.
Right. They talk about Trump's gonna give us more jobs. Oh, really? But you know, the guy he has as his advisor for technology and AI, right? Them robots will be taking people's jobs. You know, they're gonna be taking people's jobs. You know, what's that? You know, you at these different fast food restaurants where you can barely get somebody to work there, they're gonna start hiring them robots, man. You know, and there was a place where I used to work where, you know, basically I worked there for a little bit, but basically they said, we're gonna replace your job, the job that I was doing, we're gonna replace 90% of it with robots.
Yep.
And then move some of our manpower to doing something else. Oh, please. You're going to spend billions of dollars on these robots and then try to say we're going to move somewhere else? Oh, nah. You're going to have the robots do the job. I ain't stupid.
Yep.
Eventually, everybody going to get laid off.
Because what am I paying you for if this robot going to do everything?
Right.
That's the point of the robot.
Yep.
He don't get tired.
He don't get tired. The only thing I need is one person to be there to maintenance him and fix him up.
But Kevin Gates 9,000 is gonna replace your ass because he don't get tired.
No, they plan on being groupies as it gets late.
Yeah. That's what we really cutting it short. I be like, time to move around.
Well, they about to be in that St. Patty's Day spirit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Shit, they started St. Patty's Day at 12 midnight.
It's the 16th. It's the official day is the 17th. I hate Billboard.
The niggas do.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. They try to start at 12 midnight.
Yeah, bullshit, man. Meanwhile, most Irish people, even though most of them be jig, they do not like niggas. They do not like niggas.
Yeah, I seen something happen in Al Quipper. Edomite, I think it might have been a group of Edomites. I know for sure one Edomite. I think they killed a Jake. Had the nigga, choked the nigga out for 38 minutes or something. Damn. Had him the hell out. And they was in the bar and people were just watching it.
I bet.
The bar lady turned herself in recently. Watch the nigga.
Yeah, you're in the Congress. Yeah, you're in the Congress. Basically,
It ain't safe out here for Jake.
Hey, that's why the elders say you need to know that
BJJ,
man.
and that's also why the elders say don't be going to bars and clubs.
Yeah.
You can stay at the crib. You go to a restaurant if you want to, whatever. But don't be going to these clubs and bars and all that shit, man. You putting yourself in a bad position.
bad position.
All them niggas is in there drinking, right? They got
It's a
spirits
bad
on them.
combination.
That's a bad combination.
They already hate you.
You think them Spurs don't know who you is? Well, look who's in here.
Not to say the Lord can't protect you, but
For sure.
it's just about wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, why would I tempt the Lord by going up in a place like that? Aliquippa, that don't even sound like a Jake place.
Nah.
Aliquippa.
Aliquippa, Beaver County.
Aliquippa, that's
The Beaver.
That's
Beaver.
yeah.
that's Edomite.
That's
There you
Edomite
go.
country, bro.
Yeah, he was in the wrong. You in the wrong town, boy. That's probably what they said to him.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." What's your modern day swords? You know, there'll be a lot of that, man. Yep. You know, hey, I'm surprised these white boys that some chick they might have rocket launchers on. They might got some shit, man.
You gotta think about it, man. It's not even just rockets, bro. They got them switches, bro.
Switches,
They got all that is
That seems like more of a YN thing to me.
bro.
Switch.
But I think
You think Esau got switches?
hell yeah. You gotta really think about it. Esau be having some shit, bro.
He do.
Jake get the. To me, my personal opinion, I feel like Jake get the little leftover shit that that's just me speaking as man. I don't
They
know,
got
bro.
built-in switches now.
Yeah, bro.
Hideable switches.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
so
once they shoot them, that's when they detect them. They'll take it apart.
But see, they be cracking down on Esau too, though.
Yeah, they
With
do.
them guns.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They be on their ass.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, this is a semi-auto. No, what do they need that for? It's an M16 doesn't need that.
Hey, the brother Amarong Gabar, he made a video earlier where basically Usho riles up Judah, right? So here it is, you got this Jake. He at the firing range. He got all these Edomites around him, right? They just looking. He pulled out the pistol, pop, 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 pop. Then he dropped that. He pulled out the boom, 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 boom. And they just looking at his ass like, Houston, we have a problem.
This YN can shoot.
Because you got certain Jakes that they're marksmen,
proficient.
Yeah, very proficient.
Hey, the spirit be on Jake too to be warriors.
Yeah.
You know, we just, we ain't as what is it? We're stronger than the other. We're stronger than the other nations. Okay, so we can do some certain things, but
he got sonic weapons.
he got sonic
You
weapons.
can push a button and bye-bye to the whole thing.
A lot of Edomites learn from birth. There are gonna be more of them that have been in that situation because you gotta have money to have guns too.
Yep.
You gotta have money to have guns. The average Jake in the hood don't got, I'm not gonna have no gun unless they come across they in the gang or something.
Yeah.
Or they drug dealers.
Yeah.
Then you might be given a gun by your gang.
It's a little dirty, little
Yeah,
38.
get
Little
serial number
6-pack.
scratched off, Get your little Uzi.
That's your Jake was a country boy. Down in the country, you gotta have some pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoddy. Get you a shot
That's
Shoddy.
Yep. That's how my my folks
buckshot.
down there grew up. They grew up with rifles and stuff like that.
Well, you're isolated.
Yeah.
Because
then
the police ain't gonna get to you fast enough.
Exactly.
Motherfucker, you can't be just
like a man that's slain in the field.
There you go.
You can't be a sitting duck.
There you go. Motherfucker find out. I mean, it only take one time for them to find out.
Yeah.
And for it to go south. Motherfucker pull up on your property and they threaten you and you ain't coming out with the heat. Wow. They already know you a pushover. And it's just you at they whims, man.
Yep.
Oh, what's that that Dave Chappelle skit? He was like, so what do you need? You need this or you need that? He said one had a deer and one had a bird. He was like, which one will kill a man?
Oh yeah, I watched that one.
He said what he said. I was just thinking about this shit earlier today. Well, this is a duck shot. He's like that. He said, no, that won't kill him, man. Then they just pepper him up.
Pepper him up.
Nice.
Yeah, he said that'll kill him.
Buckshot.
Right. So, hey man, we're just the world is a dangerous world. You got people that seemingly think this place will be healed. I have to ask myself the question when it comes to certain people who get on us. We're called the perennial prophets of doom.
Yep.
Some people say we're fear mongering.
Yep.
Some people make all these different statements about us. And they get mad at us because we cuss out the devil. And we cuss all these people out, all right, because they ain't right. And we say, what? This place needs to go. You got people that come against us and like they mad at us, like they think this place is going to get better. People gonna kumbaya, y'all stopping. What's the theme with some of these other camps when they talk shit about us? Y'all stopping the nation from coming together.
It ain't about
It ain't about the whole nation. It's about the elect.
The elect, the remnant.
The elect are going to gather through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's their word. They come from the east to the west.
Gotcha.
You see?
Yes, it's
It's not through, what? It's not through Passovers when you pop lock and you stomp in the yard and shit. Having dance battles and rap battles. Oh, you seen that shit with Genesis? Big G's, not the little ones. What are you pushing? Big G's? You gangsters?
And some of their attire kind of look Masonic.
You know, and the thing about it is you listen to the lyric. I'm a lyric guy. I like listening to the content of your song. Yeah, I can get caught up in the beat. But after a while, the lyrics, I hear the lyrics, I'm like, this is garbage. Half of the song is about him. I'm wearing my Versace, man, my Gucci, I'm fresh, I got haters. But who gives a fuck? If you're going to make a song about, that's supposed to be biblical, why it ain't about the scriptures? Why is it about everything that other people say in their normal raps? It's just a rap. It's just a normal rap. I got haters. I'm a gangster. I'm going to pull up something stupid. Who gives a fuck? Edify.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's it.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 37, what the bro quoted. It says, Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
So that's how the sons are gathered, from the east to the west, by the word of the Holy One.
Yeah.
Not by the word of Deacon Hakah in the scriptures. Deacon destruction mode, bouncing on the stage with a fitted cap and some name brand clothes. Nobody care. Yeah, I got on Givenchy.
You know, there wasn't these
Not
different
the little
individuals.
ones.
There wasn't something in the world. They always wanted to be a rapper in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They always, wanted to be a part of the game.
Right.
But they wasn't about that life. Now they think they just want to bring it into the truth, man. And everybody who's not given the correct sacrifice, the Lord's gonna burn their ass up, man.
Yeah.
Like he did with those priests when they was sacrificing something, a strange
Setting up a strange incense.
strange
Strange odor. That's right.
You're making a strange sacrifice. The Lord's gonna beat you, man.
That's right. You really, and ultimately, you can't mix the world with the truth, man. You're not gonna attract the right fruit. Okay? Here it is. Let's go back to the analogy in the scriptures about being fishers of men. What's going on, brother?
God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I love you. It's me, from my heart and soul.
So, we're fishers of men, right? So there's certain bait you can use. I like watching all type of manner of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I watch fishing videos sometimes. And so there's certain bait you can use that guarantee to catch certain fish. For example, if you use a very smelly, stinky bait, you're more than likely going to catch a catfish. This is one of the tricks they use. They might throw some Kool-Aid on it or throw some corn in there or something. Some type of funky stuff they'll throw in there. They always come out with a catfish. We don't want no catfish. Catfish are unclean. I'm wasting my time if I catch a catfish. Right? I want something that I can actually partake of. Right? So we're going to throw out different bait. What's the bait that's going to get us the clean fish? The scriptures. The scriptures are going to get us the type of fish that we want. And everything else we're going to throw back.
They get you some of the fish that you don't want.
Get you something you don't want. That's true. Right?
But it's really like any other type of bait. Like that image that they're putting out, you're attracting the wrong people. You're attracting
a rapper.
straight niggas.
Yep.
Straight niggas.
Well, I can rap. I'm going to go rap with them.
It's a good feature.
I can make music too. I just stop. I'm like, I'm not even, even if I do it for a hobby, I really don't have time. You know what I'm saying? I got other shit I could be doing, man.
Yep.
Yeah, sit up here making a rap song. You know what I'm saying? So even if brothers might like the way I flow, I just can't do it right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's way back burner, man.
Way back burner. That burner ain't even on right now. That shit ain't even simmering. I ain't thinking about that shit. Every now and again I get tempted. I was around people. I was with people. I was in studios with people, like legit studios. I heard beats that later on I heard other people sing on them beats, and I was in front of them beats and could have rapped on them. It wasn't my story. I met a nigga that's linked up with DJ Mustard. With Mustard. I met a nigga who DJ Mustard just stole his beats before and used them in his own name. So what if the Lord would have put me in front of them and I would have performed excellently? I would be somewhere else right now. Yeah. That wasn't my story. You see? So I ain't worried about all that shit. Okay? It's not important. What's important is what? This world's about to be destroyed. And if you ain't of the elect, you're going with it.
Facts.
Well, fuck it. And look, you dollars in music are gonna be brought low anyway. You ain't gonna be able to make that little money you making. And what do you really have? You got drugs, adultery, you worship by men if you're famous enough. If you ain't famous enough, you just hustling. You're just another nigga with a job, and your job just so happen to be making music.
Right. And really, you don't have peace.
You don't have peace, no.
You don't. That's why you got to use the drugs to try and escape your reality.
And ultimately,
no matter how much money you make.
Ultimately, you got niggas out to your booty hole. So you through. Hey, that's damn near any industry. Cat Williams is like, hey, I had to turn down money to keep my booty hole secure.
I still think he probably did.
He might have. I don't trust the nigga neither.
Him? Yeah, man.
Well, look at Orlando Brown.
He might
get
troll.
kids.
Huh?
I think he might troll.
He said he got the oosh-mosh, the goo-wash.
He be trolling, bro.
He be doing some crazy shit.
He
He got the mosh-gosh, the wash.
crazy. I'm pretty sure he probably. Just
I
my
don't know,
opinion,
bro.
he probably did stuff too, but I think he be trolling.
Because he started.
He
off
was
on
a
Disney
child
Channel,
star.
right?
Yeah,
They got him.
They
got him.
all of them. Yeah, they
all
got
him.
his ass.
Yeah.
They got him.
He was deep throating the damn microphone on the one shit.
Yeah, no, he was.
That
That was wild.
nigga, when he was on the set with Ray J.
Yeah,
And
that
you know how uncomfortable he made Ray J? He seen that nigga at the booty party. Ray J couldn't say nothing to him. Ray J put on the shades and was just, why they ain't throw hands?
Yeah, Ray J did get
They
quiet.
should've threw
He
hands,
got
bro.
quiet, yeah, because nigga, what you mean? You saw me?
If he was making a false accusation, nigga should have threw hands or it should have
But you
been,
wanna know
you
why?
should have checked him or something.
You wanna know how
Ray J
also-
got his booty blew out.
Yeah, you want to know how it was true too?
What?
Because even Amber Rose came out and said she was talking about how she was mad that she did get invited to the party. She said
They
she
not
like,
interested in women.
yeah, she said I was at the party, but I never came to the after party. She said I called Ray J. It was like, did they have parties after the after party? Like, did they have an after party? And I guess Ray J shut her down or whatever. Yeah, so yeah. I'm not surprised, bro. That whole industry is fucking weird, man.
Demonic,
Fucking
wicked.
laced the baby oil with drugs and shit.
Oh, didn't they supposedly have full body naked wax figures of Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, and they was all laying in the bed together?
Oh, J-Lo. And J-Lo.
Was it J-Lo?
It was J-Lo, not
I thought
Beyonce,
it
but
was.
J-Lo. It was J-Lo,
Jay-Z was there.
Jay-Z,
Kanye was in the bed.
Kanye, and Diddy.
Diddy was in the bed too?
I think so.
The wax figures? I thought it was both
Or no.
couples.
I think it was both couples. I might be mistaken. I'm thinking of a picture that been going viral lately of J-Lo, Diddy, and two, I think two other individuals all in the bed with J-Lo. I forget. But bro, that whole Hollywood shit, man, all that shit's being exposed. But guess what? It's not even just they use Jake for the forefront of that shit. But Esau been doing all that shit, man. With the Epstein Islands and all that shit. You don't hear about none of them fucking weird, creepy ass Edomites that do the same shit on them little islands that they own and shit, man. They throw Jake in there because Jake has that influence.
Yeah.
Jake is
Well,
the
they
soul of
wanna-
the earth.
They want to slander Jake too.
Yeah.
And you know that's really they require that because it's you know it's Satanism, man.
Exactly.
That's like the one of the highest forms of witchcraft.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So for them to get their power on the left hand.
Yeah.
So that's why they require everybody to come into that industry. You know, if you really want to make money, we can make you money.
Yeah.
We can pay you a bunch of money, but you got to do this.
Yeah.
You got to give up your soul.
Going into your morals. You know, the things that you wouldn't do, you end up doing it for monetary gain. Hey, yo.
Amber Rose, look like Diddy, Kim K, Kanye, some Edomite woman.
Wax figures?
Yeah, these are wax figures. They even got Trump in here.
Oh, that's
Trump.
probably AI.
No, I've seen this before. This was a wax figure.
Well, yeah, you know, Trump ain't, you know, they all part of the same party.
But anyway, you know, they all get it. You know how that goes, man. You know, but either way, This place is freaked out. Okay, and there's nothing here you can do that's not corrupted. This whole place is corrupted, bro. Hey, yeah, we're going in there. We can understand that this is the beast that had a deadly wound, which wound was healed. Okay, which goes into the ancient Roman Empire when Esau was in rulership. Well, hey, they were freaked out,
bro. Salakia, bro. Rome 2.0, bro, and that's what Greek too, man, bro. When you go to the gym and you go into the fucking locker room, bro, this shit pisses me off every time I go, bro.
Yep.
You go into the fucking locker room to change your shoes. You look up and there's these weird ass fucking old ass Edomites walking around butt ass naked, bro. And I'm talking like just like it's just normal.
Yeah.
You be sitting there tying your shoe, you look up. I'm like
2 feet from
the fuck on, man.
Penis bomb.
Come on, man. I just get up. This is some bullshit. I just walk away like, yo, this is really Greek and Roman activity in this bitch, like all over again, man. Because you know, I remember we went into it. I think it's either gymnasium or something. Goes into naked, man. You know, they used to actually be in those workout facilities working out butt ass naked. That's how they could tell who was an Israelite. Yeah, who was circumcised. Yeah, if you were circumcised, they knew that you was an Israelite.
Furthermore, Esau just got an infatuation with penises and with naked bodies.
Yeah,
that's their main joke. You know?
That's the main joke.
I'm glad I ain't had to be around Edomites in a while, but Esau, or especially the damn real beastly ones, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my fucking penis was flopping around. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about no goddamn dick.
Man.
Right, make a joke about something else.
Yeah.
You gonna talk about some titties flopping or something? God damn.
Never talk about no women.
Never.
Always penis jokes, bro.
Fucking sick, man.
Yeah, bro. We gotta get up out of here. More of the story. We gotta get up out of here, man. We need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai. That's just what it is.
What's up, man?
So with that, Lord's word which is edifying, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, and the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations go from elect. Till next time, we want to say shalom, and abide above. Shalom. What does he do, brother?